Hey you guys, here we are again with the next episode on the Python learning program. Now today we're going to be doing student becomes the teacher lesson. Wait, no. Listen functions lesson. So this will be about 18 slides. It might take a while. The exercise goes over just pulling information from the list, which we've covered in the previous section, which is basically everything. Please add a code to print on the second element of the list. Print in run. Start 0. Oh, okay. Is that it? Nope, I guess not. Oh, why? That's just weird. Okay. Okay. On line 3, multiply the second element of the in list by 5. Overwrite the second element with the result. Make sure to print the list when you are done. I can't remember how to do this. Okay. Okay. I understand it. Okay. Append the number 4 to the end of the list, list end. It's like append the pen keyword, but I don't remember how to write it, honestly. I only quickly went over it. Append. Okay. Okay. I remember. Okay. In pop index will remove the item at index from the list and return it to you. Index 1 prints 1 and 5. Okay, it just takes it out. In remove item will remove the actual item if it finds it from the list. 3 and 5. What's the difference? Index from the list and return it to you. Okay. I those are the same thing. They basically didn't show any difference. Blah 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 is like pop in that it will remove the item at the given index, but it won't return it. These all just remove it. I don't understand what it means return. It doesn't explain what it means return. It means it puts it up here maybe? But then they say print. Doesn't make sense. Remove the first item from the list in using either pop, remove, or delete. So let's just do an in dot pop, and then it's with these. Nope. Give me a minute. And which one are we trying to take out? First item. So pop 1 maybe? Guessing. Okay, so they showed it wrong. Wait. They showed this wrong. It's weird. They showed it wrong. I was trying to take out 1 and apparently it's 0. Don't do this then. Remove 1 from oh, okay. They didn't really specify, but this one's probably like remove the certain number if it's any number in there, and it doesn't really matter. Okay. In this exercise, you will just be making a minor change to a function to change what the function does. Change the function so the given argument is multiplied by 3 and returned. Function. My function, wait. Wait, what? Change the function so that the given argument is multiplied. Isn't it my underscore function is equal to, that's not apparently working. They didn't do anything. There was literally no difference. Did they just give me the answer? Why? Why would you do that? They gave me the answer, basically. And I was trying to fix that answer, apparently. Define a function called add function. Okay. Here, okay. Define add underscore function with, I think it was, what was it? Let's hope I have the right ones. I don't know, I can't remember it. They make it weird where they specify parentheses or something, and they didn't, early on they said it didn't matter, but now it apparently matters. That has two parameters, x and y. X, comma, y. And adds them together. Enter return x plus y, I think. Yeah, I got that one right. Write a function called string function that takes in a string arguments s and then returns the argument with the word world. Don't add a space before world. I don't know what concatenated means. They've never described it. And honestly, I'm a high schooler, so this is too much wordage for me. Okay, so function takes the string in a string argument s. I'm guessing because it says string argument, and then don't add a space before world. Return world. Apparently that's wrong. I don't know what concatenated means. Okay, I didn't need it there. Then why did you tell me string? Don't tell me string argument s when there isn't anything to do with string in here. I really want to punch these guys because this is obviously not a string. This obviously doesn't have this in it. So it's not a string. How does that make sense? There's not even a space in here. There needs to be a space. English problems. You pass a list to a function the same way you pass the other argument to a function. Click run to see that using a list as an argument in a function is essentially the same as using just a number or string. define list function x equals return x, n equals 357. Okay. In the example above, we define the function called first item. It is one argument called items. This is basically like numbers. Okay. Numbers, we finally call it blah blah blah. Okay. It's called numbers. So the first one, prints out the first number, change line 2 so that, okay, change line 2, return x. So that list function returns only the items stored in index 1 of x. Rather than the entire x list. Okay, so we just put like brackets apparently. And then put a 0 because that says the first one, basically. And that's what it wants, I guess. Print. It's the same thing. I don't get it. Based on how they typed this one, that one technically didn't make sense. Okay, please tell me. Index 1. Doesn't that mean you have to put a 0 there? Because technically in Python, 0 equals 1. Failure in learning right here, you guys. Failure in learning. I have no idea why they're switching back and forth between logics. Modifying an element in a list in a function is the same as if you were just modifying an element of the list outside a function. Okay. With that list, okay. Okay. Change list function to add 3 to the item. I don't understand how that changes it. Completely honest. There's no like back and forth here. Okay. X1. Index 1, so that's index 1. It's 1 plus 3. Index 1 of the list. Okay. Store the result. Guessing that's what return means. Return the list. No. I guess it doesn't mean store it. I don't understand why they say store when there's no difference. There's only 2 steps right there. The example is a reminder of how to append items to a list. Okay. Okay, that's adding. Define a function called list extender. define list underscore extender that has one parameter first. Okay, first. Okay, inside the function, append the number 9. List underscore extender dot append append the number 9 to first. 9 equals print my list. If this is probably wrong, honestly. List underscore extender. Because this isn't blue, I'm guessing it's wrong. Called list extender that has one parameter first. Inside the function, append the number 9 to first. So is there first? Let's try this first. If this is wrong, I'm changing that to first. It's wrong. Still wrong. Okay. I don't understand. Why are we defining this? Wait. Oh, okay. So, okay. We're just changing it. Okay. Okay, I understand it now. This exercise will go over how to utilize every element in a list. In a function, you can use the existing code to complete the exercise and see how running this operation inside a function isn't much different from running the operation outside a function. I almost thought it's just repeated itself. I was like, oh my god. Don't worry about the range function quite yet. We'll explain it later in this section. Define a function called printList. Okay. I'm doing this wrong because this thing doesn't want to give it all up. Why is this doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? There we go. Just do it down here. So define print underscore list and one modifier called x. Okay. Inside the function, print out each element one by one. Use their existing code as a scaffold. Then call your function with the argument in. I don't know how to call it, but I can probably print. Print, 3. And I'm guessing it's 0, like this. Print in 1. If it's not like this, it's 1, 2, 3. But honestly, I don't know why they change it. In 2. If that is wrong, I will try 3, 5, and then 7. Run. That's still wrong, apparently. We went straight back up and deleted whatever the hell they put there. Define print list X got there for I in range whatever. So what do we do? Just put define print list above that? Did they really want us to like not understand what they were trying to tell us to do? Cause I honestly don't understand what I is. How is this printing out each element? How does this make sense? I can understand this and I can understand that. But I don't understand how all of this corresponds to this when this is described as in. And this has no in it. So how does it know that this corresponds to this? Because this is obviously in and x, and x, and I, and xi. I feel like their coding is wrong, but I know I'm amateur at this, so it's like, is it? I don't understand at all. Create a function called double list. Take single argument. Oh my god. Single argument x. The list and multiplies each element by by 2 and returns the list. So what do I do? Copy paste? This is not, it says use this as a scaffold, but we're just copying and pasting. Based on this is what they told me. That's still wrong. So what did I get wrong? The return? I'm guessing I got the return wrong. Because everything else I got right. Just copying paste. This is telling me to copy paste everything, you guys. It's not telling me anything about it. On line 6, replace here. I should replace this with a range. That returns a list containing 0, 1, and 2. 0, 1, and 2. Okay. I don't understand how range works. Stop, start, stop, start, stop, step. Cases of range returns a list number from start up to, but not including stop. Each item increases by step. If omitted, start defaults to 0 and step defaults to 1. Okay. In the range, we have two ways of iterating through a list. For item and list, print item. The two iterate from indexes. For I in range, len, list. Okay, I don't understand. Length of list. Print list I. Just say print list I. Don't go through all the range stuff. Why do we have to do this? Method 1 is usual to loop through list, but it's not possible to modify the list this way. Oh, okay. Next is to loop through the list, making it possible to also modify the list if needed. Since we aren't modifying the list, feel free to use either one on this lesson. Probably good for me to use this. I'm guessing I means index, you guys. Guessing that's what it means. Function that returns the sum of listed numbers. On line 3, define a function called total. Sets one argument called numbers. List. Inside the function create a variable called result and set it to 0. Result equal to 0. Uses only 2 methods, but iterate through the numbers list. For each number, add it to result. I think this means put numbers here. If it doesn't, I'll put it back to list and see if it works. It to result. What? Wait. For each number, add it to result. So, what? Result equals result. Okay, so apparently that didn't work. So why did we put 0? Why did we do that? I've seen it before, but I still understand why there's a 0 there. I can understand this. That's what I did originally. And that's okay, I can understand that. And I guess means the index. Okay. I understand. Now let's try working with strings. Okay, range linked list. Okay, same thing as last time. Create a function that concatenates these strings. Define a function called this. Okay, let's go along with this. So define join underscore strings that has a function of what? Argument words. It will be a list. Okay, I don't get why you tell me that already. Inside the function, create a variable called result. Set it to on empty string. Equals this. Okay. Iterate through the words list and concatenate each word to result. For range this, and then apparently it's like 0, length. What was it again? It was was it words? We put words, right? And then for this result is plus or equal to is it result word? God dang it. Then word maybe? Or no. Wait, no, it's I remember that from the other one. And then print it, right? Return result. Let's see how that goes. Obviously wrong. Okay. Up to here. For word and words, something different apparently, not this. This is completely irrelevant. Wait, no, it isn't. Yeah, it is. Pretty much, this is irrelevant. Okay. For word and words, result plus equal word. Return result. Still no space, guys. Honestly. Create a function that joins two lists together. On line 5. Oh, okay, this is easy. This is actually understandable. They made it understandable. Define a function called joinLists. That takes what kind of argument? X, comma, Y. This, nope, this, and what is it? Inside the function return, the result of concatenating X and Y together. X plus Y. Yay, we got it. Now please tell me why X and Y correspond to M and N. I understand how I got there, because they asked for me to put X and Y there. But how do they correspond to each other? How does X equal M and Y equal N? Now I'm looking at this and regretting it, because it's making me like fight against what I'm learning from my tutor for my SATs. It's making me fight it. It's horrible. Finally, this exercise shows how to make us use a single list that contains multiple lists and how to use them in function. Okay, that's basically what it's doing. Sum above, okay. For first in list of lists. Okay, that's basically gonna be first for first in for item in print item. It's probably like the certain one. Then we iterate our outer list. For each of the two inner lists, as first we iterate through the number as item and print them out. Okay, create a function called this. Define flatten list online. Okay, make a new empty list called results. Results equal this, and then iterate through lists iterate through numbers. I don't know what it means iterate. Well, okay, let's go through what they did. Okay, so this is the last thing for today. And okay, results equals this. Okay, that's where I was. Now we were just gonna have to copy for numbers and lists. Okay, it says create iterate through lists. So this is basically iterating it. Call the looping variable numbers, which is this. Apparently looping variable is like for looping variable iterate in iteration. So, and then again iterate through numbers for number and numbers. And then for each number append it to the results. Results.append number, obviously. And return results. Now it would get us this. I don't know why we wouldn't just add them together. Okay. So I guess that's it for today. Sorry, you guys. I was confused over so much stuff for today. So yeah. Hope to see you guys next time, and thank you again. Bye.